What do we have here? I mean, jeez, look at this thing. Spartan Harsey. I don't know how to say it, man. Knives like this are like so far out of my league. This is like newbie knife review of high-end shit. I'm a bargain knife guy. I don't know anything about this knife except it is just pure badass. Somebody said it's kind of like if a Strider and a Chris Reeve knife had a baby, but the baby was like more badass than both of its parents. Look at this build. Look how thick that titanium is. And it feels thick too. There's no milling inside there to lighten it up. It's not supposed to be light. They don't mill out the inside. They need all that titanium to make it so beefy that it feels like you could stab it through a tank. Something like that. Is that what it's made for? Maybe. It's got a picture of a warthog. Well, not a picture. This is milled in, laser etched in. I don't know how they do it. It's got different color anodizing on it. Look at that warthog. He looks pissed off. Just burning across the sky. Blasting shit. Look at the size of that pivot. That pivot, it just says, fuck you. I don't know why. It just does. That's what it looks like to me. What's on the back side? A sweet clip with this kind of arrow thing going there. Look at that jimping. That's not jimping. That's like, I don't even know. Crenellation. You know what crenellation is? It's that up and down shit on the top of a castle. So I'm going to say that's so big it's not jimping anymore. It's crenellation. It's got finger grooves. Some people don't like finger grooves. They're like, well, the knife is making me hold it a certain way. I think you'll be fine. These aren't super aggressive. And I have large to extra large hands and they fit me good. I mean, if somebody has super big meat hooks, maybe it'll be not the best. But to me, it's going to fit most people unless you have really tiny hands, probably. Trying to put 2 fingers into that first groove or something, that wouldn't be good. What's the downside of this thing? What are the downsides? What are they? I don't know. It's so pretty I wouldn't want to use it. The blade grind, I'd like it a little taller. I like a taller blade grind. It's not very thin behind the edge. It's not very slicey, but that's not, I don't think that's what it's for. It's for stabbing tanks. So you don't want it to be super slicey. You want a nice, strong tip. Look at that. That doesn't come down to a super fine tip. It's like strong all the way to the end. It's brutish. Brute-ish. Look at the teeth on that warthog. Man. The artwork is just outstanding. I guess it's a reversible clip. And that's the place where it covers up the hole for the clip. On the other side, it's an inset clip. Not a deep carry clip, because you want people to see this much of your knife sticking up, because it has the goddamn giant crenellation and it looks cool as shit. You want people to see it. You don't want a deep carry clip with this knife. That'd be silly. Look at those thumb studs. What a freaking killer. That craftsmanship is just amazing. And they work great too. They're so tall that you just can't miss them. They're just easy. Lock bar access is great. Even though there's no real cutouts, it's just the fact that the space is so big between those 2 sides that easy to get a hold of. Look at the standoffs. Those are twice as big, twice as thick as most standoffs. Ridiculous. That's interesting. It looks like this clip side pivot is also the over travel stop for the lock bar. So there's no, well, let's see, is there interior over travel stop? It looks like there isn't. So I think that edge of that pivot is what stops this lock bar from going out too far. A lot of knives will have an insert, which I think this one does, that also has an internal stop that runs up against this side of the frame and keeps it from over traveling. This one does it with just the edge of that gigantic drum cymbal type pivot. Look at that stop pin. The stop pin is gigantic. It's as big as some knives' pivots. Giant washers in there that go out past. They go out past the stock of the blade. They're so big. Those giant. What are they? Brass washers? No, they are. Damn it! I have to put it right up here because I can't remember what they're called. But nice slippery metal washers that they use. How's the action? You can flick it open, but it has that CRK glassiness, smoothness. This one's even tighter than most CRKs, I feel like. I don't know if this is typical. I haven't messed with too many of these, so you have to tell me. Are they typically pretty tight? Tight but smooth. Is it a front flipper? It's got this little front flipper tab sticking up. Let's see. Yeah, kind of. Ugh, yep, sure. If you want, why not? Some knives are beautiful, and some knives are cool. Some knives are fancy, futuristic, lots of descriptions. This one to me is just badass. Like, if you wanted to look up badass in the dictionary, you could use this for a picture. Badass. One little thing. How about a sharpening shoulder, guys? That wouldn't be a bad idea. Make it easy on people, huh? Just a little notchy notch for the sharpening shoulder. Other than that, it's nearly perfect. Badass Spartan Harsey Warthog. Have a nice day.